sitting here with Madison Bowey at Elevate Eatery on Corydon Avenue. Madison has won a gold medal World Juniors, drafted 53rd Washington Capitals, playing with the Hershey Bears, killing it. Madison, it's always great to have and see you, brother, on the show. Yeah. Matty, can you tell us a little bit about, making the jump from the junior ranks to the pro level? How tough was that?
I mean, it's definitely been an adjustment for sure. I think Randy would agree with me for sure. But I think, I was lucky and fortunate enough to be in a great spot with Washington and with Hershey Bears. And I think, the players there and then the management and starting from up top in Washington did a great job and continues to do a great job in, helping their prospects, develop and feel comfortable and making the jump to pro. And I thought, the transition was pretty easy for me, and I thought it went well, and I thought I had the surroundings made it a lot easier for me to succeed as a rookie in the AHL.
Now, one of your highlights have to be winning the gold medal World Juniors.
100%. Yeah, I think, as you could attest, ever since I was little growing up, playing World Juniors was my goal, and I think everyone's young goal. And I think to make that team first and foremost was a dream of mine, and to win the gold medal on home soil was pretty special for myself and my family, and definitely a moment that I'll never forget in my life, and definitely the highlight so far.
Now, can you run us by that last 10 seconds a little bit? How were the nerves? How was your heart?
Yeah, because I was on the bench, so it's tough. I think it's probably easier being on the ice in those situations than watching and waiting to see how kind of you wait and see your fate. And I think once the seconds ticked down, I know the guys out there were pretty responsible. I knew they'd get the job done. And once the ticker finally hit zero, I think your heart kind of just explodes really, and your smile really doesn't leave your face for a full 24 hours. And I think that was definitely an awesome experience, and definitely something I won't forget.
That is so awesome. And back home here, being a Winnipeg boy and us Winnipeggers watching you, we were so jacked. We were at your mom's place. It was awesome. Now, once that's done, you're drafted to Washington. How was your first pro camp?
It was, you're kind of in awe. It was obviously an eye-opener for sure. You're a young guy. You get to, you grow up watching guys like Alexander Ovechkin, John Carlson, Carl Alsner, all these great players, and especially for defensemen, for myself, Brooks Orpik and guys like that, and Mike Green. And you know what, the list goes on, and you see all these professional players and how they kind of go about their lives on and off the ice. And you really get to learn, what it takes to make that next step. And I think that's what Washington does a great job at. When you're in the junior ranks still, they help you learn and help you learn when you're younger, and give you the knowledge to advance to the next level and make it easier.
Now, for the young players out there, just run us through your game day routine.
Yeah, usually I'll get up, have a nice breakfast. Usually it's pretty light, maybe some eggs, some avocado and toast, and then I'll head to the rink and we'll have a pregame skate. Usually it's just a light thing, kind of get the legs going and everything like that. And then I'm pretty picky with my sticks and stuff, so usually I'll probably after the skate I'll take at least 45 minutes to kind of handle, make sure all my sticks and specs are good and to go, and then I'll go home. I'll eat a meal. Usually it's chicken pasta that either my roommate will make. Liam O'Brien usually makes that, cooks it up. He's a pretty good cook. And then I'll have that, and then have a nap and have a shower and head to the rink, and then I'll just tape my sticks and then go from there, and then it's all business kind of from there.
All business. And, going before, now we got game day. Let's talk a little bit about the night before game day. What time are you crashing? Are you playing video games? Are you going to a movie? What do you got going on?
Yeah, well, I keep myself pretty busy. I have 3 roommates in Hershey this year, so, it's easy to kind of find something to do. Like I said, we all like to cook kind of, so usually we'll cook our own meals up, or sometimes sushi's a go-to night before game meal that I like to get. But yeah, we'll either go to a movie theater or video games definitely is a pretty hot topic for sure amongst the boys. But definitely it's a fun time, and whatever it is, kind of to keep our minds off the game and off hockey, to keep it light is usually what we try to do.
Now, how about when you're on the road and your roommate, you guys are on the road now, do you guys have bed checks?
No, we don't. In junior, definitely you did. So, that's probably a big adjustment, too, going from junior to pro, is you don't have the bed checks. But, at the coaching staff and everyone expects you to be responsible. And I think you're at the age of your life where you know what your goals are, and then you have the right mindset. So I think you're not going to be out and about too late. But it's definitely a good experience, and it's a lot of fun.
Now, how about, let's give us one of the Madison Bowey's favorite moves. Give us something.
On the ice, you're saying, or
on the ice?
Okay,
on the ice.
okay.
Yeah, not off the ice, kid.
Yeah, on the ice. I mean, I'm a guy who likes to use my feet. So I mean, I like to maybe do a little fake going behind the net and a little fake go one way and wheel the net the other way, and kind of that helps me. For a defenseman, at least, it helps you kind of elude the forechecker and fake him out and kind of be able to wheel around the net. So that's my little shoulder fake. I dip and get the puck and retrieve and go out the other way. So that's kind of my move.
Sweet. And you've always been a D-man. Now, for the young bucks out there and boys and girls out there, what can you say, or one of the most important practicing moves or what a player can work on as a D-man?
I think it's footwork is probably the best to have. You realize not maybe so much as you're younger, but as you grow up, you realize how quick the game gets. So if at a younger age, you can work on your footwork and making sure that you're a great skater and your feet are always mobile. That goes a long way, and I think that's probably the biggest thing for most young defensemen to pick up on at a young age.
Madison, I got to tell you, you're probably the best team you've ever played for. Never mind winning the gold medal. Never mind, going to Washington Cap and playing pro. It's got to be the Chiefs team in AAA.
Unreal. I mean, yeah, I remember that team back when I was 13. I think it was. Yeah, and it was a great time. You were led by you as the coach, and it was a great. I mean, we had a great group of guys, and definitely, we were pretty successful too. So it was an awesome time back then.
We sure won a lot of games, and on a fun side of things. Now, Maddie, what's your favorite band? What kind of music you listen to?
I'm kind of all over the place right now. I'd probably have to say my favorite band still to this day is U2. My dad used to play it. You probably heard it back in the day in the car, but my dad used to play it a lot when we were younger. So that's probably my favorite band right now, and still to this day is. So that's what I'd have to go with.
Well, that's not, I do remember listening to those tunes at your place or having some fun on the road, and we got like you too. Now, for example, a lot of players, they're encouraged to shoot pucks on their time off, especially for young players. Would you agree with that?
100%. I think, especially right now, you see the game, the way it's evolving and developing. Guys are getting a lot better at a young age, and you even see the pro ranks right now, it's getting a lot younger. So I think if you can definitely, the harder you work at a younger age nowadays, I think if you can shoot the extra puck or whatever it takes. I don't think necessarily working out is the key, but I think just working on the little skill aspects and stuff on the ice definitely can go a long way for sure. I think that's huge.
Well, I tell you there, coming from very good points from Madison Bowey, drafted by Washington, won a gold medal, is going to be up in the pros. He is a pro player now. He'll be playing with Washington before you know it. Matty, once again, thank you for coming on the Fourth Line Hockey Show, brother.